Today I'm going to talk to you about the KitchenAid pasta press. It's actually an extruder. They call it a press, and it works the same way as most extruders do, with a die, a screw inside, and obviously some internal gears that we cannot see. When the machine comes, it has a top that has various different dies on it. Some of them are more useful than others. It does not have fettuccine, which of course everybody would want. And in the machine today we have a tube, which would normally be called a penne. Unfortunately, you can't cut it at a diagonal with the wire, but it's the same thing as a penne. The die is held in place by a collar. And here's the die. You can see it pops up pretty easily. And the best way to clean these is just to let them dry and pop out the hard pasta. Inside the press is a screw. It'd have been nice if this was metal. It'd have been nice if some of the more pieces that get more stress would have been metal, but being what it is, it works pretty well. Make sure the screw is all the way in. Take the die and the collar, tighten it up. Make sure it's all the way in, and there should be no space between the collar and the body of the press. Most machines, KitchenAid, have a plate that comes off that you attach various attachments. Any KitchenAid mixer will work with this. You put it in, there's a little D10 tab. It matches up with the D10 tab on the mixer. Put it in and tighten it. Now, I made this pasta about half an hour ago. It's 2 cups of semolina, 2 cups of regular flour, 3 eggs, a little salt, and some olive oil. Now, KitchenAid, the KitchenAid press directions say that you should be making little balls and dropping the balls in one by one while the machine is going. I find that tedious. I think this works much better. You put the pasta in the press and you just sort of wrap it around the top. As the pasta is being pulled through the press, it actually pulls it into the machine, and having it about an inch and a half diameter is the perfect size to make good pasta. Now also, it's important to let your pasta rest after you've made it. It needs a good half hour to really firm up and to get the right consistency to make decent pasta. So I put the lock on all the time. The instructions say to put it at setting 4. We're going to start off at setting 4 and just let it get pulled into the machine. You can see it's being pulled in from the top. And here we start coming out. The first one is always put for the next batch. They'll usually kind of come out about an inch, and then cut it off and set it on the cloth. Some people like to flour their cloths. I don't think it's necessary. If you have the right consistency of pasta, you really don't need it. And the semolina I have is a little coarse, so that's why this pasta isn't looking completely smooth, but I actually like the coarser semolina. And you can see that the pasta is being pulled into the machine little by little as the press continues to extrude the pasta. And that's pretty much it. When you clean up, like I said, let the die dry. It's the easiest way to get the pasta out after it dries. And one thing to be aware of, you can really only do 2 batches of pasta with the machine before it needs to rest. The mixer itself gets very hot during the process, and it needs some time to cool down. So there you are. Thank you for your time.